Hello my reading friends, it's Dano and today I'm so excited to be doing a flip through of my Magical Readathon reading journal. This is definitely a work in progress. It is by no means complete. I'm still adding things to it and playing around with it and everything, as well as reading the books that go in it as well. But I wanted to do this as it is currently April, so we have started the spring equinox, so I thought it would be perfect time to show you where it's up to, because I did one, I think it was my first video on the channel of setting up the first couple of pages, and there's a lot more in it now, so let's get into it. Okay, this book is massive. This is a letter size notebook by Archer and Olive, and it was a part of the 2024 Halloween collection, and I love the design on it. The mythical sort of gate sort of gives me Orilium vibes, and I absolutely love it, so that's that. And then we open up into the journal. So first up, I've got just a cover page with the Magical Readathon. My character name is Morgan Lestrange. Obviously, Morgan is a sort of an old Irish name, a Fae name especially, and Lestrange obviously reading back to Harry Potter. And then I've just got the Orilium logo here, as well as a picture of what I think my character would look like. Then flipping over, we start to get into the info. So I haven't actually filled out the Scholar Key, but that's there with my character again. And then we just go into the history of Orilium. So I did show this when I was setting all this up. I have some extra things to put in when I get to them. A map of Aldea, as well as the backstory. This is where I was playing around with how I wanted to fill out these pages. I don't really want to leave them blank. So I went in with a Tombow to try and cover them. But these are the 4 provinces. Then I've just got some coverage here. And then we go into the people. So the different types of people there are. I'm an Illyrian. I think that's how you pronounce it. So one of these. Okay, and then we go into the guilds. So it's the 4 guilds. And yes, this annoys me. Same with having, these characters upside down compared to all the other info that reads the other way. But that's okay. You know, it is what it is. And then we go into the conduits and the legacy. And then we start off with the novice path. So this was the original reading challenge that went into creating it. So we had the novice path map and the details of the novice path. And then we get to the traveler key for that. So this one I have read all the books for the prompts. So I made my way down the path entrance to the Ashorn Tree, to the Mist of Solitude, to the Ruin of the Sky, to Obsidian Falls, to the Tower of Rumination, and then I finally arrived at the Orilium Academy. So I have completed that. And then we get into my character, which I have not completed yet. So I've done 2 out of 3 of my character background sort of prompts, and 1 out of 2 of the gear prompts. So throughout this year, I'm slowly completing these. These are just everything I've done so far. And then I go into, I've got a thing of guild points. So I do need to sit down and work out what guild points I've currently earned. But I just have a whole lot of space here to be able to add points and take away points. You know, fun stuff. Then we go into the callings. So I didn't put them all in here. I just put the 2 that I'm currently working on, and that is Necromancer and Godseer. At the time, it was a great idea to do 2, and now currently having to do all of these subjects because you can't double up is one of the rules if you're playing the official way. You have to read a book for each. This is a lot. And even this is going to be a lot when I get to it. So we'll see how we go. But anyway, they're the two for that. And then we get to year 1, which started in 2022. And then this was the Spring Equinox Challenge. So I have the syllabus, I have my Necromancer, school card, report card, and then the Godseer report card, as well as the 4 other subjects that are on there. So I put them down so that I can read them too, because why not? And as you can see, I have started completing them. Then we go into the Autumn Equinox. The syllabus is a little bit bigger for this, so are the cards, so they each have 2 spots each. I haven't done as much on this one. And then we go into Lightfall for the first year, so I only have, this one had 3 prompts for each one, so I have read about half, but I'm still going. So I haven't read anything for Occult Premonitions. I've only read 1 for Smith and Friends and Sons, Arcane Goods and Such. And I've read 2 out of 3 for Wallace's Wonderful Winter Animals, 1 for Shank and Shaw Legitimate Retailer, and 1 for the Old Towers Bookstore. And then we moved into year 2. So again, this is the start of the year in Aldia. So I've read a few of the books, and this is the path that I plan on following for that. Then we get into the Spring Equinox. Haven't done as much here. The Autumn Equinox. Really haven't done much there. And then for this year, there was also the Alchemy Quest. So I went through and followed the prompts, and there were a few where I had to double up. So stage 3, obviously, I didn't take all the correct turns first. It took me a few turns to get to the correct prompt to then make it out. But I wrote that all in, and they're the prompts that I'm going to follow for this. And then I have the Impling Summoning page. And then we have Lightfall again. So this time it was just 1 prompt for each. And then I put in the Age of Dissonance. And then we get into 2024, which is year 3. And then a year in Aldia. I haven't marked on here yet the actual route that I chose, but I need to go and do that. And then the Spring Equinox. And then this was the first time there was guild reads, so I've put in a little thing for that as well. And then obviously it was a lot harder to fit in for the autumn one, but it is what it is. That looks fine. So I haven't done as much here. And then there was a lore for the spring and a lore for the autumn, so I've put them here. Again, I went through it all. This is how I worked my way through it, so eventually I will fill this in, and then I'll put my footstep paths as I complete that. And then there's Lightfall, and then I put the Legend of Deer here. And now we're up to 2025, year 4. The map for a year in Aldia did get changed up this year to be a bit more of a choose your own adventure. So, well, it's always been a choose your own adventure, but it was just, it's a different style map, very bright, very colourful. But I am sort of sticking around the, is it Dartmoor? Where I'm from area. And they're currently my reads. I haven't put in my March read yet, but I have read that. And this is where we are up to, the Spring Equinox. So I look forward to adding to this as I read the books. I have, at the time of filming this, already finished one of them. I have finished Shapeshifting. So I read a book with dragon in it, with the the Baby Dragon Cafe. I completed that this morning, so I finished my first book. And then I've sort of got it a little bit prepped for the Autumn Equinox as well. They're ready to go. So that is this Magical Readathon reading journal. I hope you enjoyed it. I am so happy with how this has turned out. I'm absolutely in love with it. It does have enough room for probably another 2, maybe 3 years, depending on how many additional quests there are. And yeah, I can't wait to keep using it and fill it out for this equinox. I will take a photo of it at the end of this equinox with all the book covers in it, but I just can't wait to see this grow with more and more covers in it. Anyway, that's it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye!